Awesome. Everybody, welcome to DormsToDollars episode 4.
In today's episode, we'll be talking about how to shift your mindset to unlock success as a student entrepreneur.
Damn right. Let's get into it.
Yes, sir.
So how do we start this chat? Any ideas?
How do I unlock my mindset?
Oh, you know what? Yes. So it's interesting. You're going to talk about
Go ahead.
yeah.
You
Okay. So Mo and I were watching this video one time, and the man in the video, it was a manifestation related video, and he brought up something very interesting that Mo and I have both thought about in our lives, but we've never actually spoken about it before. And what was it, Mo? Tell him.
It was, why do people who need money the most seem to have it the least, and people who need money the least seem to have it the most? So, for example, why do rich people seem to continuously get more shit, more food, more money, more things that they don't really need, whereas poor people, kids in Africa who need food every day, they struggle to get it? So he mentioned that point, and me and Milan both thought, like, wow, we've always thought that, but what's the answer? Like, why is that the case?
Why is that the case?
Right?
The big question.
The answer is leverage. It's like a snowball effect.
Yeah. Absolutely. It is. But it's like a mental.
When you
it's
get
like a mindset.
it just keeps coming and more and more and more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think there's many answers though.
Yes.
There's not one particular thing that decides this, right? There's many answers, but the first thing, I think the first most important thing you have to change in your mindset to start becoming successful as a student or as anybody is you first have to realize that reality itself, the life that you're living in, is not entirely physical. That means that whatever you do in your everyday life, even if you're consistently acting towards your goals, if you're not mentally right, if you're not mentally approaching the situation in the correct way, and if you're not spiritually approaching the situation in the correct way, you're still likely to fail. So essentially there's 3 different planes. There's the physical plane, there's the mental plane, and there's the spiritual plane. And if you approach life the way most people do, which is just by approaching it through the physical plane, seeing everything in front of you and thinking that you can just work super hard and get what you want by just working hard, you're probably not going to get what you want. And that's what sadly, most of our students, like most students, their parents, that's how they've lived their lives. I'm sure both of you guys, your dads are pretty hardworking. So is mine. My dad's a doctor. He's super hardworking. He goes to work every day, right?
Yep.
And he lives a good life, but he's not at the upper echelon. And the reason for that is not because he didn't work hard. It's not because he didn't do what he had to do on a daily basis. It was more of a mental issue, and that mental issue was limiting him. So I'm sure everyone watching also feels the same way about their parents and people they know in their lives, that sometimes you cannot change an effect by changing another effect. And what basically that means is in life, you cannot, when you do an action, for example, I'll use the example of going to the gym. A lot of people go to the gym, right? A lot of unfit people go to the gym, and they think, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym, and I'm gonna get jacked. I'm gonna get really strong. But what they end up doing is they go for a week, and they go with this mindset where, oh wait, I'm fat, and oh wait, I hate the gym, and they go to the gym every time. It's a struggle, and that mindset, that belief that gym's not for them or the gym's a struggle for them is actually what stops them, and they end up quitting. Whereas the jacked person, he goes to the gym, and it's not even a big deal for him. It's just a part of his lifestyle. Mm-hmm. So
and even if you get to take that same jacked guy and you make him fat, he's gonna lose that weight in no time.
Exactly. So that shows that it's not only physical. It's not only about what you see and what you have. It's more about what your mindset says.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the first rule. It's to realize reality. It's not a physical game. And
Absolutely.
And in fact,
yeah.
Well, actually, the most important thing is realizing that life in general it's a game, low key.
Yeah.
It's not a.
It's a game.
You can't be taking it too serious.
Exactly.
So it's like working toward the things you can't see, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's a mix of everything. So
Mindset,
you need to not only you have to work, of course. Like I mentioned that a lot of people work hard, right?
Yep.
But they don't get their goals, or they don't get upper echelons. They don't achieve their desired reality, and that's because they're just working. They're working blindly. They're not working through their mind and not working through their their spiritual self. You need to work in alignment with your brain, with your desired reality.
They're missing the mindset, the mind work. Yeah. Necessary for greater abundance.
Is it like that the muscle mind connection in the gym when you're working out? You're thinking about the muscle. working it out.
Yeah.
Squeezing that muscle. That's more of a physical thing, maybe, but.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? That's actually a pretty good analogy. Yeah, because you don't want to just blindly lift weights because like that's what it says in the YouTube video, right? But you do want to more concentrate on the muscle and making sure you're getting like good contractions.
You need to first,
that's a good
as
point.
you're lifting the weight, you need to imagine yourself like that you're jacked. You need to be sitting there like looking at your muscle, be like, yeah, I'm about to be jacked. I'm about to be huge. You got to be in the right mental state first before you do the action.
Yeah.
Most people, what they do is they do something. They think, okay, if I do this, I'll then have what I want, and then I'll be happy. However, what you actually have to be is first actually be happy. You have to first be like, oh shit, I'm happy that I'm even doing the journry, right? You got to be happy first.
Yeah, exactly.
And then take action, which is like go to the gym, and then you'll get what you want.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, I think that's rule number one.
So if there was someone who's like new to the space, they don't understand this whole mindset shift. Let's just imagine the average Joe, right? The average Joe came and said, man, like, it's my goal to get a Lamborghini. What steps would you guide this guy to get his Lamborghini? What are you gonna tell him? Like, what are the steps he's gonna take to get the Lamborghini? Mentally, only on a mental level.
So I guess I have something to say about that, and then I'll say something really quickly, and then you say like
sure.
we say, yeah. So the first thing that comes to mind is introducing to him the concept of the subconscious mind. Okay, what do you think? What were you thinking?
That's great. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to expand on that?
Oh yes, I was kind of waiting for like what you were thinking. You're like, he was like, yeah. I mean, what would be your like first piece of advice?
Agree. It would be similar. It would be a similar thing. It would be introducing to them to the subconscious mind, and basically telling them that like that there are no real universal truths, and that the only truth in your life is what your subconscious mind or what you're imagining. What's the simpler term for the subconscious mind?
The part of your mind that that's a really good question actually. The part of your mind that 99% of people don't know exists and don't know how powerful it is. The part of your mind that I guess, yeah.
Does subconscious mind have to do with with dreaming and stuff, or is that something separate?
Oh yes, really, really good point. That is getting kind of a little bit more specific. Like there's like different types of subconscious minds, like the collective unconscious and like the subconscious. That's getting more into like the psychology side of things. But yes, like you know, in psychological terms, yeah, the subconscious mind is like is what happens in your dreams. Yeah, like your subconscious mind, like what you're seeing in your dream is like things you've been thinking about throughout the day and putting into your subconscious, and like it's coming out in your dreams, whatever. But like
essentially, your
it's a similar
subconscious
concept.
mind is just your true, like your true beliefs, your true mind,
yes,
your true thoughts deep into your brain, your deep programming. That's what your subconscious mind essentially is.
Yeah.
So there's nothing is true in life except what you believe is essentially true. So what would I tell this guy that wants to get this Lamborghini? I'd first ask him, do you think you can really get this Lamborghini?
Yes.
I'd first ask him that question. Do you really think that you're going to one day achieve to get this Lamborghini? Like, and I want to see his real answer. If his answer is like, maybe, and that's his first problem. If he's really sitting here like, you know what, maybe it's kind of far away, I'm not sure. That's the first issue.
Exactly.
You need to first step over that hurdle, because if you have that mentality, then you're never going to get there, because like what I said earlier, there's no truth but what you believe is true. If you believe that, I don't know, that Lamborghini's far away, man, I don't think I'll ever have it. Like, that's such a big goal. Like, it's a big goal of mine, but it's far, you know, not many people get it. If you start thinking like that, then you're going to have much of a less chance to get it. But if he came to me and he's like, yeah, bro, I know I'll have this Lamborghini soon. I just don't know how or why. Okay, I'd be like, okay, you're going down the right path. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'll tell him. And I'll tell him, you create the rules. All right? So don't think that, okay, you want to get this Lamborghini. How long do you think you'll get this Lamborghini?
How long?
Yeah, like how long do you think it would take you?
For me, I'm going to say it's going to take me 2 years to get a Lamborghini.
2 years? That's impressive. But why not? You can get it next month.
Next month?
You could. Like, you got to realize you make the rules. That's what I would tell him. I tell him, you don't have to go by society's rules. Like, they tell you, like, oh, you can't make $100,000 this year, or you can't make $100,000 this month. But you can.
It's been done before. I mean,
it's been done before.
Yeah. Like,
and the funny thing is, listen, you might not get that $100,000. Like, I might tell you this, right? And a month will pass, and you'll be like, yo, yeah, I didn't get that $100,000. But I'm sure you would have got more progress if you thought with that mentality that it was truly possible to get $100,000 this year or this month. You know what I'm saying? So I tell him first, realize that you make the rules. Don't listen to what they tell you. Don't listen to, that you have to save for 10 years to get this Lambo, or it's going to take 5 years to make your first million or something to get the Lambo. No, you can get it this month. That's what I would tell him.
Very good point. Yeah.
I would also tell him.
Well said.
that you can't have what you need. So if this guy's obsessively, excessively, and obsessively thinking about the Urus, if he's thinking about the Lambo, I don't think about it. Yeah, I think about it too much. But this guy thinks about the Lambo too much, and he really wants it, and he really, really needs it, and it's like a huge thing that what he's doing is he's creating a lot of space between him and that thing. And the way I would describe this, or the perfect analogy for this, is you've definitely talked to a girl once in your life before, where you really, really wanted her, right? You really, really wanted her, and you could low-key tell that you wanting her so much kind of like turned her off. Right? Have you ever noticed that? Like girls don't like the guy that's super needy, super chasey, super wanting. You know, they want the guy that's more nonchalant, that low-key don't care about them. So it's the same thing with like anything. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with everything in life, honestly. It's the same thing. So if you put too much importance in this Lambo, you're basically pushing it away because it's like on a pedestal. It's something that's going to be hard to reach. Where you can just come at it like, Lamborghini Urus. That's something. Easy.
It's within my reach.
It's within my reach. It's not that big of a deal for like who I am. Yeah. And once you start thinking with that mentality, it'll just become easier to get it. Yeah.
The thought of me having it doesn't overwhelm me. That's kind of the.
And what's interesting is that principle is actually something I struggled most with throughout my life, or throughout my journey in learning this shit. I remember when Milan was the first to discover this, and he first told me, and I used to be super like, oh, hustle, blah blah, like you need to like really want it, need to want it super badly. So when he told me like, oh, you can't have too much importance towards things, I would get so confused.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember. Like I remember specifically walking on campus.
Yeah.
Walking back to our car, and you would be trying to explain it, and I would just get so mad. Like that's not true.
Yeah. No, we did disagree on it at one point. Yeah. Perhaps I didn't do that good of a job of explaining it, but I mean, you really knocked out the park right now.
It wasn't that at all. It was just simply like I was just operating on a different frequency at that time.
Yes.
I wasn't thinking that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Your frame of reference was Andrew Tate shorts. You know what I mean? So you just didn't agree with it.
I just thought like, oh wait, well, a lot of people like they really want money, and they end up getting money. You know, like a lot of people who are rich, so obviously they really want it really badly, and they place a lot of importance on it, and they end up getting it. So I was like, this doesn't really make sense with what I've been taught so far. Yeah. However, after like going deep into it and understanding what it really means, it just basically means that when you do put importance on something, you're just creating space between it. Doesn't mean that it's not achievable, but you're making it harder on yourself. Yeah. You know, it just makes more sense to want to make things more achievable. Like, why would you put something on the pedestal? You know?
Yeah.
What do you think, Hamza?
Absolutely. Yeah. Hamza, what are your thoughts?
Like, this shit always like sends my brain to like another fucking realm. Like I'm like, wait, why am I here now? What am I doing here?
Because no importance, you mean? Like,
it's just like leave importance for everything. Like,
That's a good, okay, so that's a good point. Like some people like think like, oh wait, well if you shouldn't be creating importance, then what's the point of being alive? Nothing's important, I guess.
Like I just fucking like zoned out like stars, Milky Way, galaxy. What's going on again?
Well, you know what? It's funny because that's kind of true. I mean, like, there's no point in living. Like, no, but like, but careful though. Careful. You don't want to get into like that. What's it called? That like German philosophy. What's it called again? It's like it's like really dark. Like life is just about pain and suffering. What's that philosophy called again? I can't remember. But
no idea.
What's it called again? It's
about Hitler's book or something?
No, not Hitler's book. It's like a dark philosophy, one that's like a little bit depressing to read about. It's German related. Eigenschneigen? Waffle cracker? Yeah, what is it?
The philosophy you're referring to might align with certain interpretations of German idealism. That is Schopenhauer's philosophy of suffering, Nietzsche's concept of pain and growth, and Hegel's dialectics.
Nietzsche's whatever his name is.
Nietzsche's concept of pain and growth. Friedrich Nietzsche, another prominent German philosopher, saw pain and suffering as an essential personal growth and creativity. His idea of Übermensch, overman, involves overcoming struggles and using pain as a tool for self-empowerment. What does not kill me makes me stronger. That's basically.
Okay, but like, anyways, yeah, but yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Interesting point. That's not really what I was talking about. Like, it's okay. It's whatever. It'll come to me like during this episode. But, yeah, what was I talking about again?
I think you lost importance as well then.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
He's talking about stars and the milk.
Importance, yeah. It's, you know what? Oh, man.
Is that what you would be doing in your room like last year? Like over sitting there just like, oh guys, I was thinking about that.
Wait, what happened?
Remember like he like, for example, that one day we went to his house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like we were knocking on his door. He's not picking up, calling his phone. We're waiting for like hours.
We were with Ada, right?
Yeah, we were with Ada. And then like after like a while, like, and then you finally come outside and you're like, oh, what you're doing? Oh, I was just thinking, guys. Like, I was just thinking.
You know what's crazy? No, oh my God, dude. The thing is, I literally have those periods of time where I'm just sitting there, just like staring at the ground, just thinking for like hours, bro. Like I swear to God, for hours. Like it's insane. Like, but it's funny you bring that up. Yeah, man. But like when we talk about importance, though, it's like you just gotta imagine it from a perspective of like, like just you want something. There's something that's stopping you from getting it because you feel like, frick, I don't really know, man. Yeah.
Listen, this
help,
is the thing here. I'll help you.
help me out here. Yeah.
When you want something, what ends up happening is you start creating a strong emotional charge. Like let's say you want a Lamborghini Urus or you want this really bad girl. You create this emotional charge. And it's like you create this feeling of like sometimes it's different for everyone. But for me, for example, sometimes when I really want something and I don't have it, I start feeling guilty. I start feeling shameful. I start feeling like, why don't I have this already? Blah blah.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And you start getting these bad emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's what actually creates a space between what you desire.
Yeah.
So essentially, like what you need to do to avoid that is you need to stop needing something and you need to start focusing on the emotional state you want to experience.
Exactly. That's all it is. Don't overthink it. Don't think like, oh no, lower importance and you know. Yeah, don't. Yeah, if you're thinking it from the perspective like how you were just thinking, you're kind of misunderstanding the point. You know what I mean? It's like it's more so from the perspective of like the reality you desire. You know, like a part of you doesn't even feel like it's possible. A part of you feels like it's so big and scary and crazy for you to ever get that. But you just need to realize it's of course it's possible. But you need to align your emotional state with it. Yes, exactly. All
right. So now, Joe, the guy who wants a Lamborghini, let's say he's aligned his emotional state. You know, he thinks it's possible. You know?
Yeah.
He's agreed on that. What's the next step now? Like, what does he actually have to do?
Well, for example, you said align your emotional state, and he agrees on it. Like that's different. First, like aligning your emotional state means first feeling the feelings that you would feel if you already had it.
Yeah.
So what he needs to do is he needs to like kind of like pretend. Not pretend in the sense like we're in kindergarten, like imagining shit.
Yeah.
But try and feel the feelings that you would feel if you already had the Urus. So if I had a Urus, I had a Lamborghini, I'd be driving the car, I'd be like, I'd feel really good. I'd hear that vroom, 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 whatever the heck.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, let's go. I'm the man. I'm happy. I feel joyful.
The sounds, the feelings.
I would think back to like all the times where I really wanted it, and I would just feel good. You know, that feeling when you've accomplished something, we've all felt it. When you've accomplished
exactly.
Something.
That
So
feeling.
what you need to do is you need to start feeling that before you even have the Urus. Right, so that's the first thing he has to do.
Yeah.
If he accomplishes that, and he accomplishes aligning his mental state with his goal, and aligning his spiritual state with the goal, the next thing I would recommend he did was working on improving his frequency. Now this is some like real like deep shit. Like this is some real, what's the word? Physics. Like it goes deep, you know.
Metaphysics
or whatever the heck.
Just complex.
It's very complex. It's very complex stuff.
Yeah.
But to basically dumb it down, what he needs to do is he needs to start having a really strong emotional conviction that he will get that Urus. He needs to start believing that, you know what, I'm going to get that Urus. I'm going to get that Urus. And he needs to remind himself of that every day. And he needs to block out any outsiders that are trying to bring him down.
Yeah.
So, for example, sadly, a lot of us have parents who kind of daily kind of
don't
shit
really
on us.
don't really understand the
and it's not their fault.
Yeah. No.
It's not their fault at all.
It's not.
They just don't understand. But
Yeah.
sometimes, for example, you'll wake up in the morning, you'll be super motivated, you'll be like, yeah, I'm working on my project. Then your mom comes in your room, she's like, yo, why are you failing your classes or something? And you're just like, shit. Your whole fucking, what that is, your whole frequency just goes down. You completely forget about like your goals and your dreams and blah, blah. So what I would recommend for this guy is to really surround himself around people that, number one, like push him, like push his frequency, and stay away from people that bring him down.
Yep.
You know, that's what I would
Exactly. Yeah. Protect yourself, protect your frequency, man. Protect your emotional state, your emotional conviction, you know, of the reality you desire, you know.
Exactly.
I was going to say something. I forgot. Yeah. Oh yes, that's right. So, anyways, Hamza. So naturally, you're probably thinking, okay, well, you got to do something, right? So that's definitely what you're thinking. Yeah. So yes, of course that's the case. So first of all, work with your conscious mind. So like think logically. Okay, well, if to get this Lamborghini, I need to make some money. So like let me brainstorm ways to make the money, right? So just kind of do. Over time, the path will be revealed to you. Mm-hmm. Your subconscious mind will reveal the path to you. You're going to start getting more ideas. You're going to start attracting more people into your life, more circumstances, more favorable events and things and everything that's going to get you closer and closer to that goal. But you have to make sure you're consistent, right?
Yeah, that's one thing I wasn't really clear with. Okay, like this guy wants a Lamborghini Urus, but if he's just sitting in his mom's basement not doing anything all day, like he's not going to get it. Like he can't just be thinking all this shit. Like nothing's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And during this whole me time when he's trying to like build up his frequency, when he's trying to build up his mental state, he should be working on whatever his goal is to make that money. And let's say he has no idea what he's going to do. Let's say he's clueless. Like he has no job, no business, he has nothing. He has nothing going for him. He needs to sit there and realize, okay, I need to find a way to make this money. Mm-hmm. However, it's going to come to me. He needs to sit there and be like, it's going to come to me. It's going to come to me. All paths will lead to my desired reality. I'll find a way to make this money. And he needs to sit there and brainstorm. He actually needs to take action, like go on the internet, find different ways to make money, do this, do that, do that. And then slowly with time, he'll notice that things are just working out the way that he wants them to work out.
Exactly. Yeah.
One of the most important things about this is you need to realize it's a journey. So, as you're trying to increase your emotional conviction, as you're trying to increase your frequency, all this manifestation stuff, you need to be recognizing how your life's already changing, even if it's in the most minor of ways. For example, I'll give you an example that I had in the past. Let me think of a good example. Okay, I'll give this example. This is a funny story that I never really told before. But
I'm excited to hear it.
No, I've told you, Milan.
You told me. Okay, I never told.
So basically, at one point, I was trying to trade crypto, right? And I quit crypto at one point because I was struggling. I made a lot of money and I lost it. And then I was like, shoot, I don't have that much money left. I don't want to lose the money that I have remaining because I need to survive. And I was really stressed because I was like, man, I don't really have anything going for me right now. I don't really have a particular job or a particular business that I'm working on. But I kept thinking to myself that like I knew that everything would work out. I kept thinking to myself like I know I'm gonna slowly but surely find this thing that I need. So I would go to McMaster a lot. And one day I was at McMaster and I was sitting in the library. And I was sitting there and I would be alone. Like every single day I went to McMaster, I'd just be alone. It's kind of sad, to be honest. Like,
was that like when you're at Dode and shit? Like on your laptop and stuff?
Yeah, I'd be alone. Oh, yeah. Like I'd be sitting there for 5-6 hours, like just daydreaming like, about talking to people or like imagining people. Or like that's how down bad I got because I was just alone trying to like be on my own and trying to like really think about shit.
Yeah.
But eventually, like, when you're thinking that long, eventually you just like brainstorm or like your mind drifts off.
Yeah.
And I would start thinking and imagining people, like talking to people. And there's this one person in particular, I'm not going to say who, that I would continuously imagine, right? And I would imagine them sitting right beside me and talking to me. And sitting in that seat and being there. Like, you know how the library has like the computers, like there's one seat, then there's the empty seat. Yeah. I just imagined that the person was right there. Mm-hmm. So eventually, like slowly but surely, I would keep going to Mac. And this person would slowly keep talking to me more and more and more in my life. And then one day I was at Mac.
Like in real life?
Online and in real life.
Oh, like both. So like you were imagining them sitting beside you talking?
Yeah.
And then they showed up one day or something?
Yeah, one day essentially they showed up.
Okay.
One day they actually like texted me and they were like, yo, I'm at McMaster. Should I come to the library? I'm like, yeah, come to the library. But then they're like, oh, but I don't really like this library. They didn't like the library I was sitting at. And I tried to convince them, blah, blah. And eventually, long story short, they came and they sat down in that spot.
Wow.
And it perfectly manifested, like, exactly what I was thinking came to life.
Yeah.
And what that told me, even though to you, okay, that could be a coincidence. Could be a coincidence to anyone. What that told me is, oh, everything that I'm doing is actually working. You know?
Yeah.
What that told me was like, okay, all this manifestation, blah, blah, all this mental alignment, at first I was low-key thinking it might be bullshit. But that just showed me proof that it's working. So if it worked in this scenario, why can't it work in making me thousands and thousands of dollars? Mm-hmm. Why can't it work in actually getting me my Lamborghini Urus? Why can't it blah, blah, blah? So that's what this guy who wants the Lamborghini needs to do. He needs to start putting it into like all of his life and start seeing it work. And the more he sees it work, the more his emotional conviction that it will actually work, that he'll get the euros will grow, and then he'll get the euros easier.
Exactly. And another thing I also kind of wanted to touch on as well is that when you're focusing on getting all this money, for example, for the Lamborghini or for the Lamborghini or Ferrari.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Same shit. Yeah. So if he wants to get it, he needs to realize he's getting the money for the Lamborghini because he intends on getting the Lamborghini. The intention is the important part. The intention, right? So that's the difference between sitting down, thinking thoughts, and don't really have any results, and actually getting out and getting that thing. You know, having it in your possession. It's the intention. Intention is very difficult to explain, but you just need to. You can't think of. You can't want to desire it. You need to desire it. You know what I mean? Most people want to desire things. Right? They actually enjoy thinking about having a Lamborghini and having all these things, right? But they don't actually intend on having that thing.
Is that like mental masturbation or something?
Yes. Wanting to desire something is mental masturbation because you're not actually getting it. You're just thinking about it. But truly desiring something and getting it, that's something completely different. It's the intention. So like imagine being in like a lucid dream where you can control everything. You could have anything you want. You could shape-shift anything you want. It's crazy. But imagine this world. You think about something and you get it instantly, right? Imagine that because you intended on getting that thing. It's super difficult to describe, but life is kind of the same except there's a delay. You know, there's a major delay. You can't just have something instantly. You need to go through many different steps, and it just takes a while. And it takes a lot of consistency, and a lot of guys aren't built for the consistency, man. A lot of people they're not going to stick with it. You know, they're not going to have the discipline to stick with it. So I think that's also another challenge that comes with, especially with bigger goals, right?
For sure.
Yeah. So
that consistency is important, like you said, because one thing I learned was that you have to be snowballing. Like Hamza mentioned earlier, like the leverage thing.
Yeah.
So that would be the next step. So he would see that win from meeting that person. For example, if he's in my situation, he'd see that win from meeting that person, and he would need to snowball and use that win as leverage to keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
And then he would see another win, like, okay, maybe he'd make his first $1 from his new venture or something.
Yeah.
Then he'd be like, oh my God, like look at that win. And then he needs to take that win and push it to go further.
Yeah.
You know, that's how all the top people in the world win. That's how Messi's won all his championships or whatever, his La Liga, World Cup, blah, blah.
Exactly.
That's how LeBron's won all his rings. That's how freaking Jeff Bezos built his company.
Oh yeah,
billions of dollars.
exactly.
It's because they win and then they stay in that frequency. Whereas losers, they'll see one loss or they'll see a loss and they'll start thinking negatively and their losses will just crumple them down. But a winner lets his wins accumulate and pushes them forward.
Yeah, that's a very important point. Yeah, but you know what? I like the Jeff Bezos example because we actually just recently talked about that. So Jeff Bezos, he was like he was the CEO of Amazon back when it wasn't very profitable at all. You know, it was actually like
he was losing money.
Yeah, he was losing money year after year, like if I remember correctly. And when you see how he behaved in his interviews and everything, he just had so much conviction, nothing fazed him, you know? And like no wonder like Amazon just became such a crazy success because it was all in his own hands. And he's the you know, and he's not only the leader, but like the success of the company, it's all up to him, right? And he just had such a strong mindset. Like it's kind of going back to what you said about protecting your frequency.
Yeah, that's an example of someone who had just an elite, top tier level frequency.
Exactly. He
like
defended
someone would come
himself
up to him
well.
and be like, "Yo, your business is not profitable. That's not even a business."
He would laugh.
He would laugh it off.
He would laugh.
He would laugh it off. He'd be like, "Ha ha ha, yeah, man." Like
yeah, because he knows what's coming in his head. Like he just knows. He has such a strong emotional conviction. He just knows. He sees his company being worth billions. You know what I mean? In the future. So it doesn't matter because he believes in it himself.
And
it happened.
Not only that, he just believed that and he was delusional. He actually worked on it every single day for sure. He probably worked 10 times harder than we currently do.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why he got to where he was. You know?
This stuff kind of reminds me of like there are like a lot of salespeople and a lot of these coaching people. There's this one guy, for example, Daniel G. He's like a big sales guy. He really there's this main message they always try to get across is basically for your business, like never ever, like it's like their golden rule, like never think of your business in a bad way. Never shit on your product. Never shit on what you're selling. just like always believe in it firmly. Like this is it. This is
Wow.
this is gonna actually provide value. This is like this is the next big thing.
It's gonna
like,
change the world.
Anytime you like start like shitting on your product, like it's just ass or it's just this. It's like, those limiting beliefs carry on to like
your results.
Your results.
Oh, dude, you know what? I'm really glad you mentioned that, Hamza. That's a really good point because for me, I'm developing a product currently, and boy, did I have some negative thoughts here running around my head about my own product. You know what I mean? So that's a really good point. When you actually do have a product to sell, man, you need to have so much conviction in it. Man, good point. Amazing point.
And yeah, it relates to the point we said earlier. You first need to believe in it. You need to first feel those feelings that your brand is already successful. Like you need to look at your brand and just get happy. Like you need to, like, for example, you're running a protein bar company. You need to look at your bar and be like, yo, this protein bar, like it boosts
it changed the world, man.
Bro.
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I know this tastes good. Like it just makes you feel happy.
Yeah.
Just looking at it or just eating it, you know? And then before even selling it.
Yeah.
You know, you need to feel that happiness before even selling it because you know that's how good of a product it is.
Yes, exactly.
And then that's when it will actually do well.
Prosper,
If you look at your product and you're just like, it's kind of mid, like you said, like,
it's over. It's
it
over.
might not actually help people. Like, is it really that good? Is it really that innovative? Then that's
you need to feel that it's good, not just like think about its pros and cons and all this. Just
and
feel
sometimes
it's
a struggle because sometimes you battle against your own mind. Because sometimes you're like, wait, I need to feel this. But do I actually feel this? Like you know that you have to, like for me, because I know these principles, right? I know that I'm supposed to feel this way. But like sometimes you end up forcing feeling this way, and it's not actually authentic. And then you fight with your own brain. Wait, do I really feel this way? Am I just forcing it because I know I should be thinking this way?
Yeah. Oh my God.
So
yeah.
you need to
That's
try
also
your
a
best
good
to
point.
keep it authentic and make sure you really feel that.
Yeah.
Make it real, you know.
That's another good point. Not gonna lie, I tend to stress myself out when I realize, oh no, but like I'm not in the right frequency, you know? Like I'm like shit, you know what I mean? I tend to like get like kind of stressed out, you know?
Yeah, it's normal, man.
Yeah.
That's how I feel anytime like this conversation gets like, oh wait,
That's how you feel this whole conversation. No, wait, but it's making me realize, wait, shit, I'm like
I was just like sweating. I'm like, what's going on?
Well, that's what we're here for, man. You know, we're discussing some important, principles need to be reminded of.
Let's get into it. Let's ask you.
Yeah.
We'll ask Hamza.
Yeah.
What are your core beliefs? I mean, right now, let's talk about workflow.
Yes. Yeah.
What do you believe about workflow, and what do you see workflow doing in it? What do you believe about yourself right now?
So for me, like, I don't even see workflow. Like, I don't see it as a software. I don't see it as a company. I just see it as just people. I just every like company just comes down to people. You know, like it's not gonna be about if you got the greatest tasting protein bar, if you got the fucking most like advanced features for software. It just comes down to the people. Do the people on the team have it in them? And from day one, it was always just like, okay, I'm working on this. All right, it's gonna be successful, 100%. In the bag. Okay.
That's the best. Yeah,
so that's what's just always been running with me, and I've always just kind of made it like, okay,
wow.
I've never ever measured the success. Like I don't like, anytime like I kind of have like a very like I don't know, almost like selfish like mentality. When someone else shares wins in the group chat, I literally like I don't even give a shit. Like I just like, all right, cool, whatever.
It's not mine.
It's just like, all right, it's not like whatever, right? It's like because I always think like for some reason I don't know why, like I think like I'm gonna be the savior.
Yeah.
Which is like you might think, oh, it's like rude
that's
or it's
strong. That's a strong mentality, but it could also be a weakness in some ways. Don't you agree?
So then what I've noticed is there's some people in the team that maybe have more of like the kind of like in like an employee mindset where they think maybe like more like, okay, shit, like
this is my job and
this like I'm just part of this and I'm just helping out.
Yeah.
And I can only help out. There's only so much I can do. I've never looked at it that way where it's always like for me it's like, okay, I have to do everything. I have to figure out everything. And once I figure it out, then am I able to even remove myself from this place? I cannot remove myself from this place until I figure it out.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I've like established with myself is like I can't leave until this shit's solved. Because then going back on like other things, it's like if I can't even figure this shit out, how the hell am I going to figure anything else out? If I can't sell product management software, how am I going to make a successful business in some other area?
Selling something else, yeah.
So that's the only reason I'm just like
it's a really strong mentality.
Put it all on me, like as if I'm like the one man.
Yeah.
Then do you ever have like some like limiting, because a lot of people in that situation, in your situation, they would sit here and be like, yeah, it's all on me. But again, they would have that slight belief in their head, like, shit, there is only so much one man can do. Like, do you ever think that?
There is like,
You know?
like I know like like that actually kind of like you said, you know, there's like downsides to it, and I think there is downsides. So I kind of low key sometimes I suck at like collaborating with people. Like I just because I like try to take ownership for everything. Like I end up not being able to just like work with people super well to the point where I'll be like, all right, like.
I'll just do it.
Like I'll just like, you know, just shut up, bro. I'll just do it. Like it's fine. I'll just do it. Like I'll just do it. And I just end up doing everything. But it's not that I can't delegate, because I can delegate really well. Like I can,
That's good then. Yeah.
I can tell you like, okay, you know, there's this task you need to do. Here, go do them. But I can only do it. Like I can only treat you like a very like low level employee and do it to you. I can't like treat you like on the same level. Like I can't be like, all right, like we gotta figure this out. We gotta do it. Like we gotta put our minds to it. Like I'm not like that type of person. I'm just like, all right, everyone's just an employee. I'm the main guy. I have to figure it out.
Yeah.
And there's like there's some downsides to it. Obviously, like for example, like
Well, when you're in that situation, what I would recommend you to think to yourself is be like, listen, does that actually help me achieve the goal? Like, will it actually be beneficial if I sit here and do the work? Or do I just want to boost my own ego and be like, yeah, I did it? Like, that's the thing, because that's what a lot of people fall into. Like,
yeah, wow.
There's a quote that Nero Knowledge, one of the guys I watch videos from, I learned this shit from, what he says is, do you want to be right, or do you want to be in your desired reality?
Oh, yeah.
Like, do you want to feel like you're the right one,
That's
you're
a
the
good
top
one,
G,
man.
like, or do you want to actually get the business to the top? Because I struggle with this too. When I ran my little Islamic clothing brand, me and my partner, we would argue a lot over stupid stuff. And to be honest, like, I'll be honest, like, I kind of wanted to be right all the time. Like, I didn't even care. Like, sometimes, like, it wasn't even about the freaking, like, product or whatever he was saying. Like, I just wanted to feel like, oh, yeah, I'm right and you're wrong. Even though maybe his side of the argument wasn't even, like, a bad thing, or maybe it was even better. But most of the time, I'd just see it be like, nah, I really want to be right. And I would talk to Milan about it, and he would actually tell me, like, bro, don't you want the company to succeed? Like, why are you so like, convinced about being right?
Yeah.
I was like, damn, you're right. So sometimes you need to ask yourself, okay, does this make me feel good, or will it actually help the business more?
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah. But it's hard with a guy like Mo, because Mo's like, but dude, like I know I'm right. Which, you know, it's
I feel that.
like but you know what? But it's also is important to consider. I guess it's kind of off topic, but like it is kind of important to consider when you're dealing with a guy who's like clearly kind of knows he's wrong, but he's still kind of trying to like troll you, you know, like you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's the worst. Like,
there's a lot of guys out there.
Yeah, but you got to read the situation and just act accordingly. You know what I mean? If you're just arguing for no reason, then it like in because you're trying to be right, it's like, being right is a vanity metric. You know, the balance sheet is what. You know, the bottom line is what matters, you know, at the end of the day. So
the balance sheet.
The bottom line, you know,
I was thinking like money, like numbers, like, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, that is what I'm talking about. So look, like, trying to be right, you know what I mean? Like counting how many like argument wins you have. It's like, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter, man. But the number at the bottom line, you know, at the end of the day, your company's success, that's what actually matters, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. But
what if my desired reality is for the other thing to matter, to the number of rights? What if that's my desired reality?
Well, look, if it's your desired reality, great, man. You go for it. You know, if you want to just like go out and just start arguments and win them all, like like a politician type, then you're good, man. Yeah, you're good to go.
You're in the wrong field, then.
you're in the wrong field. Yeah, literally.
I'm gonna apply for the Bruv party.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But and like.
But see, you know, that's a good example. Like, see, Andrew Tate, I told you this. He's trying to run for prime minister. And he mentioned the Bruv party. That's his party.
Oh wait, it's actually his party.
Like,
oh my God, that's a
joke.
It's actually.
And like you'll see, like these successful people, they have no limiting beliefs. Like this guy really thinks he can be prime minister.
Yeah.
If you look at his Twitter, he's totally serious.
Yeah.
And he'll name his party Bruv. Like he's making a serious party called Bruv. That's how you know. Like these guys, they do not care what you think.
Yeah.
They do not care about being Mr. Nice Guy or like following into the rules. They're simply just like, okay, I'm gonna do what I want to do and it's gonna happen. You know?
Yeah.
And that's how they're so successful. They push for like crazy things. Same with Donald Trump. When Donald Trump tried to become president, when he first announced it, everyone laughed at him. Everyone was like, yeah, it's a joke. You're never gonna do it. Blah blah. Obama, every big guy. Anyone you can think of was like, it's horrible. It's never gonna happen. Look what he did. He proved them all wrong.
Yeah. That one video you sent me,
Yeah, I
the
sent you a
edit where it's like
video.
everyone, like just a minute straight of just everyone hating on him and just like, so Trump wins, Kansas, Trump wins this Florida, Trump wins freaking Mississippi, and like, oh my god, man.
Insane.
Yeah. I woke up that morning as a child. I was like 13 years old. I was like, I wonder who won the American election. I look, I'm like, oh my God, it's Trump. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
What's
Yeah.
powerful with a lot of these guys too. This is a big thing. A lot of these guys, they believe what they're doing is right. They believe they're saviors. Like kind of like how you're saying you believe you're a savior. It's a bit different, but like for example, Tate, he believes he's a savior. He believes he's like sent down by God to save UK, and he's gonna save them. And he's the prime minister, and like he feels like he's really like. It's almost as if God is choosing him to be in this world.
Yeah.
And that's what gives him the emotional conviction to do it. Same with Trump. Like, he really thought, like, he needed to make America great again. He thought he was the guy to do it.
Yeah.
And that, like, huge-ass, like, goal and that huge, like, positioning, he really thought, like, God sent him down to do this. And that's what motivates them.
Yeah.
So what we all need to do is start believing, like, start aligning with God and really realizing, like, yo, like, we have a big purpose and, like, whatever you're trying to do.
Yeah.
You're here because God told you to do it, and boom.
Yeah, that's a really good point, man. Yeah.
It's so fast. Because if, like, for example, if the company was successful, for example, I'd be like, all right, whatever. I'll just do work on it. Like, I have to.
Yeah, I know. Because I'm kind of obligated to.
The same thing with, like, even Tate, because he was like, I didn't want to run for prime minister. I wanted to actually just, like, just, like, stay in my 40s and just enjoy this ultra luxury life and whatever.
Yeah.
But since I saw no one was going to stand up, I saw that no one could do it, I'm like, shit, all right, now I'm going to go save Britain. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care if it takes me 10 years, 5 years, like, whatever. Like,
crazy. Yeah, it's nuts.
It's good on him. Like, I support it because, like, no, honestly, I don't think he'll be a good prime minister. Like, for sure, definitely not.
One thing he was saying was like, there's gonna be 20,000 armed police guards in London.
He's retarded. Like he's always delusional sometimes.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
You have to be delusional.
You have to be a politician. It's part of the game, right? But
what I was trying to say was, I like the ambitious goals.
The ambitious goals.
Proves to me that I can also do anything.
Yeah.
That guy was just a random kid from Luton, whatever the hell. He grew up broke.
Yeah.
Same with a lot of successful people.
Yeah.
So what we need to start doing again is looking at all these other people's success and seeing them as ourselves, just another reflection of ourselves.
Yeah.
It's one of the key principles of realizing that every single one of us, every single human is just a reflection of you in a different environment, in a different reality.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we need to start even seeing their successes and sometimes seeing their failures as something that you could even fail as well if you follow their frequency or follow the way they think.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts, Hamza, about investing in?
That's about it. Like, I mean, we didn't really go over like the planes. I guess the last two, right? Like the
mental and spiritual. Mo can kind of explain like the spiritual part a little bit better.
So if we just go back to our example for the Joe, right? Mm-hmm. Joe's Lamborghini. So we kind of went over the first, which is the mental plane, right? Where's the first
physical. Like that's the one where most people just like think about.
Yeah.
Okay. So Joe got the physical plane.
Yeah.
He started looking online to how to make money.
Mm-hmm.
He hit the second plane, which is the mental plane.
Mm-hmm.
He believed that he can get it.
Mm-hmm.
And now what's the third one?
Spiritual.
The spiritual plane. Okay, so the spiritual plane is the most complex for sure. It's a whole lot of gibberish, to be honest.
Whole lot of what?
It's a whole lot of gibberish.
Oh,
it's a whole
right.
lot of big
Right.
words, a whole lot of complex, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But it's essentially where your spirit body exists, or where your astral body. It's where your connection to the divine intelligence, aka God, or the universal consciousness exists. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, to unlock the spiritual plane, what you have to do is it aligns with what I said earlier about Andrew Tate, like believing he was sent by God. You just have to believe that God is on your side. You have to believe that there's a higher power, and that higher power is aligned inside of you, and you're not. It's not like you're doing everything. You need to stop feeling like you do anything. Like you need to stop feeling like everything you do is your physical work. It's more from a higher power. That's essentially what the spiritual plane means.
Yeah, you there's a little bit of God inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
God isn't just this external being. It's like it's a part of you too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and it's a part of you too, and he's guiding you, and he's telling you with it, and it's essentially like you can work through him. Like you have all the powers technically that God has.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy to think. People think it's blasphemous to say like, oh yeah, you have all the powers of God.
Yeah.
But you kinda do.
But yeah, but you kind of do. Technically speaking, I mean, yeah,
Like you do.
yeah, you do. You can create your own reality because you're God. Yeah, you know,
The way I
part
think about
of
it
you is
is like,
God.
listen, I believe in God, and I believe God is all knowing and all powerful. If I believe God is all knowing and all powerful, then I'm all knowing and all powerful. Because
Yeah.
God's on my side.
Yeah.
You know, because I believe in God. God wants to help me, you know? He's all knowing, all powerful. If God wants to help me and he's all knowing, all powerful, I'm all knowing, all powerful.
Is this related to like the religion of spirituality, or is that something completely different?
There is no, I mean, like religion. There's no such thing as a religion of spirituality.
Yeah, it doesn't really. It's like new age stuff,
Like,
you know.
It's
Yeah,
not a real
really
religion. Like, spirituality isn't a religion.
Yeah.
Like you can, like for example, people who are Muslim are spiritual.
Okay.
Like Christians are spiritual. Like any religion is like if you being spiritual just means aligning with like a higher divine intelligence.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
what it means.
Higher power, yeah.
So does that mean anyone who's religious is spiritual, or
Yeah.
can you be religious and not spiritual?
Okay, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't think you can be religious and not spiritual. I don't think you can. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of want to search it up.
I kind of agree. I don't think you could be religious and not spiritual. I think most religions operate on spirituality. Most of them, at least. I mean,
Okay, so
the Abrahamic
I searched
religions,
it up,
at
and it
least.
kind of just means like you can be, but most of them overlap. Like most of the things between religious and spirituality, like they overlap.
That makes sense, yeah.
And basically, religious is like more of a collective or organized system of beliefs.
Yeah.
And spirituality is more personal and subjective.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
But yeah, it's a.
I do think most religious people have like a relationship with God or
Mm-hmm.
a spiritual beliefs. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like more on your side. Like spirituality is more about you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
your connection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's like a religion, for example, like Islam or Christianity, is more about the picture, like what it is.
Yeah.
Like what are the rules per se.
Yeah.
Something
Exactly.
like that.
Yeah. That's right.
Like going to church, like you have to go like to church, or you have to follow these rituals and stuff.
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. The system
More
of beliefs.
spirituality, more spiritual people, they don't have rules as per
Yeah.
se,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Well, like some of them do. For example, some of them like they wake up in the morning, they don't say good morning. They
Wait,
say
who?
grand rising.
Oh, who?
Like spiritual people, like
Oh,
weird people.
Grand Rising, right?
They'll be
Yeah.
Grand rising. But you know why?
The God has risen, you know, like.
Why do you think they don't say good morning?
Because it's a good morning. Like you're saying it's a good morning. Maybe it's not a good morning. It's a bad morning.
It's funny. It's because it's a play on words. Like good morning. So basically, these spiritual people think that people say good morning because like it's a good morning. You know when you mourn for someone, like you're mourning.
Oh.
Yeah. They don't want to say that. They don't want to put that energy in the world. So they say grand rising instead.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I've started saying
Okay,
it because it's low-key kind of cool.
Grand Rising. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna test it on my family tomorrow morning. Grand Rising, everyone. Everybody, you know. They're gonna be like, what? I'm gonna be like, the God has risen. You know, like. Nah, yeah. But yeah, anyways, so look.
So
Bottom line is, your world, it's like a mirror that reflects your relationship to it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever learned about the mirror principle?
100%.
Yeah. Your reality is based on your relationship to it. That's it.
It's very simple.
Yeah,
You
your
make the
world.
rules.
You make it. Yeah.
You can't have what you need.
What's your rule, Milan?
That's my rule. Yeah.
That's your rule?
Yeah. The mirror principle. Yeah. It's like it's one of my main rules. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, I'll just say a good story to end it off.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. For sure.
So I mentioned that story about how I wanted that person to kind of spawn in, and they ended up actually spawning in.
Yes.
So after that happened, I started getting more emotional conviction, and manifesting whatever, and bringing my desired reality to life.
Yep.
And as I said, I was struggling at the time because I didn't have something to work on. Like I would go to the library and I'd try to work on things. Like I try to learn all this manifestation stuff, really because I didn't have any real projects to do. I didn't have real stuff to do. If I did have real stuff to do, I probably would have never learned this. It's kind of interesting. But during that time, I kept telling myself, you know what, slowly but surely, I know something will happen, and it will show me in a way, like I will find out like what I'm gonna do soon. I know what I'm gonna do soon.
Yeah.
And one day came around, a special day technically. It was my birthday, October 25th.
Oh yes, yeah.
And on my birthday, I was not expecting anything. I remember telling Milan like, "Yo, don't get me any gifts, bro. I don't want a single gift. I'm in the mud. I'm in the trenches. Like, I don't want nothing. I want to feel like shit. I want to feel trash. Like I want to just lock in. I want to grind. I want to be in that dark space right now. Like I don't want to celebrate my birthday. Like I'm not happy. Sadly, I wasn't. Like I was trying to like make it up, so I wasn't happy at all. However, Hamza decided, yo, you know what? Even though I told him, I remember like he made a funny Twitter post like, yo, it's your birthday. I'll send you Solana if it's your birthday. Right? So then he said, I told him like, yo, I don't even want money. Like I replied like with a funny joke like, nah, I'm in the trenches. I don't want it. Somehow this guy found my address and still sent it.
Crazy, bro,
like,
dude.
in my address, I had nothing in my address.
Yeah.
So he sent me like 77 USD Solana. I still remember, 77 USD, which is like 100 Canadian. And
Well, you had nothing.
the reason I had nothing was because I was quitting crypto. I didn't want to do crypto anymore.
You had zero.
You know, I had money in my bank. I just took everything out of crypto.
You took everything
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
I was like,
crypto,
I'm quitting crypto. I'm gonna keep money in my bank, and that's it. Like, I'll find a new passion, a new journey. However, you sent me that money. I was like, you know what? Screw it. He sent me some money. Let me try to flip it. Like, I don't know. In my head, I generally believe like, yo, that's a sign. Like,
Yeah.
The second he sent me that money, I was like, honestly, that's a sign. Like, I'm gonna try to flip this and see what happens.
Yeah.
So he gave me that money. He gave me that 77 USD. Immediately, I flipped it to like $200. I flipped it to $200. I saw the crypto market start getting hot. I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna put all my money back in. I put a few $100 back in. I think put 500, 600 back in. Within 2 weeks, I made like $10,000. Within another week, I made another $10,000.
Oh yeah.
Another week, I made another $10,000.
Yeah.
Within 1 month and a half, I made $50,000.
Yeah.
Literally just because of your money.
Dude, is that crazy? Is that crazy, Hamza, bro? That's insane, bro. Look at what you started with,
Because
dude.
I quit crypto. I was like, I'm done. I told myself like, you know what? I'm done. Like, I can't do this anymore because like I need this money to survive, and like I haven't been successful, and I feel like maybe this isn't meant for me, you know. But I really still believed. I sat there and I was like, you know what? I feel like something's gonna happen. And I used to have these weird visions and dreams, like, yo, low key, maybe like some random person will send me Solana. It wasn't $77.
Yeah.
I imagine like I would get like 2,000 and I would cook from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, you sent me that money. I was like, screw it, let me try to cook it up. And then you sent me that money, and I 2x that or something. And then that's when I was like, you know what, screw it, I'll go back into it.
Yeah, because you had like a feeling, like you had like, this push to do it, and
I put more money into it, and then I got it to like 1,000, then 2,000, and then I started connecting with these new people, Milan's cousins out of nowhere. I was at like $2,000, $3,000 out of nowhere. Mucky, Milan's brother, adds me to a group chat with his cousins who also trade crypto and shit.
Yeah.
And we started working together to make money. And it's so funny because like I never talked to these guys in my life.
Never.
Mucky just randomly asked me in this group chat. I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. And we started this going in a Discord every day trying to make money together. And like within a week of just being in a Discord, I made like 10,000. And then slowly I made more money. And like in a month I made like 50K.
So crazy, man. I'd see you almost every day, man. Like call, talking with my cousins and stuff, dude. It was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just so nuts. Crazy. So much
crazy, man. Everything just.
I was like, I wonder if he made any money off that shit. Like, was it? Did they just like?
Yeah.
You were just wondering the whole time. He's like, you're literally getting this guy rich just from like what you said. No, but you know what, man. Anyways,
I didn't know you quit crypto though. I thought he was just like still doing it. I was like.
No, he was.
Like technically, I was still like looking at it. However, I didn't have any money in. Like I was still looking at it. I was still like, maybe there'll be a play that I can like risk all my money for, but like it wasn't like before where I was consistently grinding it.
Yeah. I do want to mention something else, but like when you see like when it comes to like this manifestation stuff, you there's a lot of people who preach different like methods of manifestation, or like like journaling, or like like affirmations, or you know what I mean? Like there's like there's different, but so for example, what Mo was just saying about when he had the feeling that he was gonna the path was gonna get revealed to him, for we were trying to do, and then he saw that Hamza gave him the 77, and he just believed, oh, this is it, But like manifestation journaling is like, today Hamza gave me $77, and it really sparked something inside of me. I felt like this is it, This is a part of the path, right? And then a week later, you're like, I just doubled my money. Like this is crazy, Like I'm feeling it. This is it. Like this is gonna get me to this goal, the goal that I ultimately want, or whatever, right? And like, yeah, that's.
I think the key what you're trying to say is the key to it is just believing it's gonna work.
Yeah, but I'm trying to say something a little bit deeper. Like I'm trying to say like the the methods of
Actually, doesn't
manifestation, it doesn't matter as long as you understand the principles and you can apply them to your methods.
As
right?
long as you understand the principles, and as long as you believe it's gonna work.
Believe it's gonna exactly turn out.
If you know that, okay, like for example, a lot of people wake up in the morning, they'll have something on their door, and they have like a poster.
Like a vision board, right?
A vision board, yeah. That shit's bullshit. It actually doesn't work. The only reason it works is because they have that emotional conviction and belief.
Exactly.
Oh my
They
God,
believe it's gonna work.
And then they, for example, they'll go about their lives and they'll see something in their vision board in real life.
Like, oh my God, this is a sign.
Oh my God.
That's what works. That's the part that works.
Funny. That's with everything in life. That's
Everything,
with, like, religion
everything.
and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
People see, like, for example, I've always wondered, yo, why do Hindus worship cows, bro? Like,
I mean, real talk
no
though.
offense to Hindus, bro. Like, or like in general, why is there so many different religions and why do these guys believe it? It's because like they see it in their lives, you know. Like they'll see something, they'll believe in something so deeply, and then they'll see like just from that belief, they'll see it happen and they'll see it, the proof of it in their lives, and they'll believe in it more and more, and it's passed down through generations, and it's like wow.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? Hamza also kickstarted my journey to my goal. Not just most, but he literally did it, dude. I literally wrote it in my like manifestation journal or whatever. I literally just. I dropped off Hamza one night when we were like hanging out in my room or whatever. I dropped him off. He's like, "Yo, Milan, bro, listen. This is what you need to do. You need to like start like a TikTok or like start your social media, but you need to like document your journey, like day 1, day 2, day 3, and like just kind of document your journey. It's like people really want to tune in and see what happens next. They want to root for you. This is that, and like just the way you explain it was just like wow, like that's it. Like that's literally it.
Yeah.
I was like wow. And I go home and I'm like, okay, do this, like, do this for Hamza, like, do this thing for Hamza, or whatever. I sent it to you. Remember, I sent you like a little picture. Yeah. I drew it down.
That's funny.
And next thing you know, man, a few months later, man, my social media's been popping off. I just knew. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I feel like me and Hamza like have so many times like given you like random ideas, but like normally you don't do it.
Yeah, I actually didn't think.
Yeah. You're right, actually. No, I don't. Yeah, that's true, actually.
I left the car that day. I was like, all right, let's see if this lazy ass motherfucker does it.
I guess it just shows like you really had like a crazy belief that
like a conviction that particular thing would work. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then boom.
Yeah. Honestly, maybe sometimes my dumb ass wasn't actually paying attention. I was just like, yeah. But with that point, man, I was like, yes, that I know it's gonna work. I have the emotional conviction. That's why it worked for me, man. I had the emotional conviction,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah.
It was also just because of fucking just your bar. It was the day you came over. You made me try your bar, right, for the first time. This was your
that's
first
right.
prototype?
Yeah. It was. Yeah,
It
that's
tasted
right.
so good. I was like, you know what? This needs like some like justice to like its marketing or something.
Yeah, man. You guys are right, man. You guys are always giving me like crazy ideas, especially you, Hamza, man. You always give me some crazy ideas. I haven't really like, start like a LinkedIn page, like start doing Facebook Reels. Like it's better pop off. I'm like, nah. The moment I get home, completely forgot what even happened, man. In that conversation.
I mean, yeah, it's like do what you think is best, obviously. But,
yeah.
You chose the right thing so far, right?
So far, it's working out pretty good. Yeah. It's working out.
Exactly.
I have the emotional conviction, guys. So.
Anyways, if anyone wants to learn more about manifestation and stuff, I recommend you follow Nero Knowledge. That's where I learned everything.
He's the man.
He made me 50 grand, I guess.
Yes.
No.
Made that money.
He didn't make you 50 grand. It was you.
I know.
I saw this one thing. It was
true.
like,
It was like that.
That's very true.
There was this guy. He has like a marketing agency. He lives in Hamilton actually. He has like 200K followers.
Mm-hmm.
I saw one of his videos. He was basically like, with Gary Vee. He was like, hey, Gary Vee, I have a bone to pick with you. And then he's like, oh, what's a bone to pick? He's like, I started like my Instagram and I was posting content like you said, and I only got 2,000 followers.
Bruh.
And then he's like, wait, why is that a bone to pick with me? He's like, oh, it's a bone to pick with you because then after that I did this, and because of you, I got 200,000 followers. And I just remember he was like, oh, no, it's not because of me, dude. It's because of you or something like that. Like,
No, that's a very good mentality to have, though.
It's
like,
more-
like
I mean,
all
everything's
jokes
about
aside,
you. Everything's
yeah.
about you. Like everything is just
It's you. It's just you. Yeah, man. Yeah.
So I guess-
Exactly. I'm glad you brought that up.
change of words was necessary there.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. Yeah. Yeah. What else? Yeah, that's literally about it, man. Hey, for me, the book that changed my life, man, it was Reality Transurfing, and the reason why it resonated with me so much is because I'm a nerdy guy. If you're a nerdy guy, give that book a try.
Facts. I read,
If you're a
I
nerdy
read
guy,
bit of
give
it,
that book a
but-
try. Yeah,
I
what's
read a
up?
bit of it, but it was like very nerdy. Right?
It's very nerdy. So,
How
yeah,
long is it?
you've been warned.
Very
You know,
long.
it's very long. Huh?
Pages?
Oh yes, 720 pages, I think.
Oof.
Ooh, yeah.
It's a solid textbook.
It's a freaking thick ass book, man. But you know what? The audiobook is free on YouTube.
That's true.
So
and
go.
on Audible now.
Yeah, that's right, and on
Not
Audible.
free, but-
So, yeah. So go check it out, man. Go listen to it, see if you resonate with it. For me, it just seemed like such a mysterious book. Like, holy shit, I just know this book's gonna like change my life. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
How did you find out about it?
Iman Gadzhi, very good question. So, yeah, like, so, you know, there's this like famous short that where like Iman Gadzhi was on a podcast and like and the guy asked him, okay, so like what books do you recommend for like you know an entrepreneur guy, you know, someone who's like an aspiring entrepreneur? He said, oh, you know, if you want to go from like 0 to 100K, you read like Think and Grow Rich, you know, Rich Dad Poor Dad, 4-Hour Work Week, whatever. But if you want to go from like 100K to 1 million and beyond, you read books like Reality Transurfing. I was like, interesting. I saw the book cover. It's really like rainbowy and shit. I'm like, man, this is like shit that I'd be pretty interested in. So I read more about it, and yeah, it just seems so mysterious, bro. Like the guy, man, who wrote that book, he's such a mysterious guy. He still hasn't like revealed his identity till this day. Like he's like the way he like writes and everything, like the way he was like advertising the book. It's like, yo, I have to read this. You know, like I just have to. You know, like I feel like I'd be like missing out on like everything if I don't read this. You know, so. And yeah, I read it, man. It was amazing. Yeah, give it a try.
For sure.
Yeah, that's it. And what about you, Hamza? Like, what book or like what's something that's like really transformed your life for the better? Is there any like guy that you've been following on social media, any book or anything like that?
Guys, like if we're talking about like influencers.
Influencers, yeah,
let's
yeah.
do
Who's
that.
resonated
Let's
with
do
you?
that. Let's do like a little quick activity. You can call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Let's just rank our
Oh, yeah.
top 3 most like influential or favorite influencers.
Favorite, yeah.
In like this
Yeah.
business mental space.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
I guess I'll start off. So number 1, I'm not gonna actually rank them. I'll just say them.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
so-
1, I'll say Alex Hormozy for sure. Alex Hormozy, just like everything that just comes out of this man's mouth is like, yep, facts.
Go.
Just like, there's a lot of like memorable things I can just always remember from him. Just business tips, like, and I just love how he just talks strictly about business. Just keeps it business. I don't like see random bullshit lifestyle content or just crap or just like there's sometimes here and there, but it's just like I just know what I'm getting from it. It's that consistent business. So he's
Yeah.
he's just a demon on that. But then also I just love his story so much. Like, you know, his girl Layla Hormozy and stuff. Like how they built it together and stuff. And it's just like,
Yeah.
oh, that's so sick. And like they're just always working. And it's like, but cool.
Yeah.
Right. And then second guy, I would say Gary Vee a lot. Just for motivation. Now, Alex Hormozy is more for just like tips on business.
Mhm.
But Gary Vee just for motivation. And I always tell myself I don't need motivation at all.
Mm-hmm.
I think motivation is just bullshit. It's like, how do you need some external thing to tell you need to freaking
I agree.
do better? Like what?
Yeah.
But with Gary Vee, this guy just like, bro, it's just so funny. Like he'll be like, oh, you're 40 years old? Oh, you're so young. You got time. So yeah, him for motivation and just starting like this podcast actually was because of Gary Vee. Like,
Yeah, really, eh?
because content
Yeah.
creation, like I just didn't want to show my face. I didn't want to get in front of the camera. I didn't want to talk.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll be the behind the scenes guy. The only thing that really opened me up to that was when I started seeing Gary Vee just yap about content. He's been running with this same narrative since like
Forever.
2007.
Yeah, he's a
2008.
pioneer, man. He's a pioneer
and I
in the
just
media.
love how he's been saying, like, he has this like motto, right, which is content. You have to create content, and he doesn't get tired of saying it. And it's like, it's funny to me because it's like in our podcast, right? If I say the same thing twice, I literally get like, oh wait, should I say that? I already said it before. But the thing you have to realize is when you're like positioning yourself for a personal brand or something like that, you have to be able to do the same thing like hundreds and thousands of times. Because that's your core offer. That's who you are. That's what your brand is built behind.
Yes.
So that's what people are going to remember you for. Same thing how I mentioned with Alex Hormozy, how people remember him for business tips. Gary Vee, people remember him for that content, influence,
motivation,
motivational speaker dude, right?
Yeah.
So you have to get used to saying it over and over again, and then you build that conviction with it. And it's funny because content is his thing, and he has a social media agency called VaynerMedia. So it lines, right?
Yeah.
So, and then third, I don't see something very just basic, just Andrew Tate, right? This is like
Tate,
starting, just started it off like.
Oh yeah.
That
Oh,
just
yeah.
kind of just got me like warmed up to the idea, because before, I don't know why, but like for some reason I just really wanted a mediocre life really badly. I was like, man, 6 figures, let's go.
That's so true.
I remember that, man.
Same, bro.
I remember you were
same.
like, yeah, bro, the goal is like get a crib in Tiffany Hills and shit. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know. I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
wait,
yeah.
why you want to stay in Tiffany Hills so badly?
You know. Hey man, yeah, no shame in that, man. I mean, it's a nostalgic area for you, probably. I mean, it is for all of us, man. Like looking back, like 2020, like anyways, yeah. Wow, yeah, very very nice, Hamza, very nice. What about you, Mo? Any?
You wanna go?
Hamza Ahmed.
Yeah. I haven't watched him in actually a while. It's actually been like, I've watched one of his videos maybe like a few weeks ago. It was about him like admitting to like his past faults. Like, oh yeah, I was just very indecisive. Like I said, I was gonna move to Scotland and like have a baby with my wife, with my girlfriend, and I broke up with her. And then I said I was gonna do this. I didn't. And
Yeah, I was watching that. I was so confused. I was like, what is this guy doing again? Like,
yeah.
he's telling one thing and he's
And he's doing the other. Yeah. Hamza Ahmed. Yeah, he would really he really got me into like the whole self-development thing. I would watch his marketing strategy worked flawlessly on me, man. He basically what his marketing strategy was he makes videos about advice with fucking
Girls?
advice with girls.
I remember the first video you sent me. Like it was like this was his first video, and you're like, "Yo, Hamza, check this YouTuber out. He has the same name as you." And it was like how to live a degenerate college life. Or something.
That's right. Yeah. It's like the full guide or whatever. Yeah, Degenerate's Guide to University or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, dude. Yeah. Oh my God, you're bringing me back, man. Yeah. So he made a lot of videos about like how to approach girls or like how to this is that. He made like more unfiltered, raw, like more honest advice, because like a lot of the videos were like mental masturbation, you know what I mean. But he actually was pretty raw and like said it how it was, and then I'd watch his videos about like getting your mental health right, because I also had dealt with really bad anxiety in the past, and he would like he was like a coach, like a self-development coach. He would say like meditation, this exercise, working out, eating good, and like all these things, and he just had such a good way of motivating his audience, man. I totally got motivated by it too, And he also got me into more interested in entrepreneurship. He got me more serious about it.
Any other guys? 2 more?
He's the main one, man. I can't really even. I watch a bunch of different, like, I guess, influencers.
Really?
Andrew Kirby, if you've ever heard of him, he's really good too.
Luke Belmar.
Yeah. What's his name?
Luke Belmar reminds me of Mo for some reason.
In a weird way, a little, yeah. He's like the era of Luke Belmar. Yo, you know what?
No, a lot of people actually clown him though.
Yeah?
They clown him a lot.
Wait, why? Wait, did they actually clown him?
Like a dick sucker.
Sipping Johnny Walker in the war.
Yeah.
Wait, no, what happened?
Totally be me. Basically, there was one clip where he was like, "Yeah, bro, I was going to Tristan Tate's house, and I saw a clip of him like saying that he loved Johnny Walker. So, yeah, bro, I bring the Johnny Walker from the airport, and me and Andrew at Tristan Tate were sitting there alone in the war room, sipping a Johnny Walker. And he said it with like a cute smile, like he was so happy. And, like, everyone in the comments is like, "This guy's gay as fuck." Anyways.
Oh my God. But yeah.
Have you guys seen his brother though?
Yeah, he's jacked, right?
He's making like $100K a month on the school community or something.
Really?
Yeah. No, I got one of his ads actually on my thing. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. I got one of his ads, and I clicked on it. I was like, oh yeah, it's like this looks kind of cool actually. It's a cool concept. Like I think it's called Anime Shreds or something. Anime Shreds. Okay. Yeah, Anime Shreds. And I clicked on it, and yeah, his school community. Yeah, I looked. It had like a few thousand members, I think, if I remember correctly, which is like that's got to be like $100K plus a month. Yeah. He's doing really good. Yeah.
We gotta drop our school community.
Yo, yeah,
say?
man. $Dorms-to-Dollars, man. Oh, dude, yeah, yeah. That's an amazing idea. Yeah, yeah. Hey, but the thing is, we had this like idea before. Remember, like we discussed this idea before, having like this whole community together. Like us three. I don't know if you remember.
yeah.
We did discuss this.
Yeah, we
like
did.
like a community, like a school type community. Yeah.
We were trying to do e-commerce, right? We were all three doing e-commerce.
Oh, that's right.
let's
That's
just
right.
do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That's right. That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Only one survived.
I know, right? No, but yeah, we definitely gonna do something like that for sure. For sure. Yeah.
But yeah.
I think that's about it then, guys. What maybe one more influencer? Who am I thinking of? Oh yeah, Charlie Morgan's also really good. Charlie Morgan. I don't know if you've. Yeah, he's also really good. Yeah.
Proper.
Yeah, because he also kind of gets into like he's really good at balancing like the business side of things and also like manifestation side of things as well. He's good with managing both. Yeah, that's it, man. That's it for me.
All right, Mo.
For me, I'll go near knowledge first. He taught me the most for sure.
Yeah.
Taught me the most practical, life-changing information that I actually resonated with. And what was interesting about him was, it was all the things that he taught me was like new. 90% of it was new, and like 10% of it was new, but it was like relatable to other influencers which I've learned from, which is really cool. So near knowledge at number one.
Yeah.
Number two for me, definitely Tristan Tate.
Yeah.
They definitely changed my life in the beginning, like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's the motivational part of it. It's like getting you to understand, like, okay, yeah, like you can be rich, like, you know?
Yeah.
Before that wasn't really so much in my mind that I
Yeah.
could actually be successful. Right? I was kind of like Hamza, but like at the same time, I always like, I had a thought that like, yeah, I kind of want to be rich, but like I didn't actually act on it. You know, I kind of want to
exactly.
be like super like mega successful, but I never really
Acted on it. Yeah.
For me, I just thought I just couldn't do it. It's like, it's like, what's happening?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
It's hard, but they definitely changed a lot of people's lives in that manner.
Oh, yeah.
So them too.
Yeah.
And then third, there's a bunch of people, like you said. There's a bunch of people. I could put Hamza Ahmed there. He definitely helped me too when I was younger. A lot of good advice.
Yeah.
I think I'll put David Goggins though. I just love that guy.
Oh, you love Dave Goggins. Yeah. No, I remember, man. I remember.
Fuck with David Goggins heavy.
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
He's just different, bro.
He had a big impact on your life, man.
I like his mindset. I like his mentality. I like the way he just like fucking work, and it's like hustle, stay hard. You know.
Oh yeah,
I
every
remember
man.
David Goggins there, just doing a marathon.
Yeah, like randomly doing a marathon because of this guy.
Yeah.
Motivated me to do a marathon. Like he changed my way of thinking about life when I was younger. So
Yeah. It's actually crazy though, like how like we mentioned, he made you do this, he made you do that, this guy made you do this. And it's crazy, like back in the days, like with no social media, like people just had to like live in a box.
They didn't have this.
They just did like
information.
such limited things because they don't like there's unless someone in your like local town's doing it.
They didn't know anything was possible. They
Exactly.
had very limited opportunity.
Yeah.
Because like someone was asking me like, oh, why is there so many why does everyone want to be an entrepreneur these days?
Yeah.
It makes sense. It's just like it's such a highly polarizing thing, and if you look at the stats, like it's like for example Gen Z or whatever.
And millennials are like,
something,
yeah.
the percentage of them if you ask them their salary expectations, it's like 50% higher than the generation
Beforehand,
before us or
like
something.
millennials, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Just because
Yeah.
social media and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy.
Only
Yeah,
a select
man.
few of those Gen Z will actually get to that point.
Yeah. That's true. But like these influencers, they make you think. They're like, you know what? We need to act. We can't just keep thinking about this like fantasizing in our head. We got to act. We got to put it to work. So.
Hopefully one day we'll be on the influencers list.
Oh yes. Yeah. Absolutely, man. Yeah.
One of the lists
Yeah.
you just mentioned.
Yes, we will, man. Yeah.
That's the real goal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
I'm gonna be like Moth.
Moth, yeah.
Moth life, man. I should have said Moth, honestly.
Yeah, oh my god, I would have been so I would have died, bro.
Should have said, man, that one Forest video.
Yeah, the forest, yeah.
Should have said like, that one nofap guy that changed my life.
When we was in Serbia, just behind the forest.
Yeah, the forest,
really
yeah.
made my New Year's better, bro.
All right.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I remember that. Yeah. Oh my god.
What do you think your most iconic video was? Like if you had to recommend somebody to watch a video of yours, even though they're not uploaded, what would you recommend?
Honestly, probably that forest video.
First ever video?
Yeah.
Damn.
The forest video, probably.
Oh, not the first ever video.
Not the first ever video.
Oh, the
no.
force.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
force. Yeah.
One was like New Year's.
Yeah, the New Year's one. Yeah. That one for sure. That one's that one's a very like grind, hustle mentality
Yeah.
type of video. Yeah. It's still a part of me, but I don't really show it as much. But it's
What do you show now?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't really make videos anymore. I don't really shout it out that much. It's definitely still like a philosophy that that's like
Live by?
necessary to success. You need discipline. You need like a hard work. To accomplish the big goals, right? Like fundamentally. So revisiting it makes me also realize how important discipline is too. Because honestly, even like watching my videos again, it makes me kind of reminds me of things that I might have like forgotten. Like it's good to see like, oh man, you know what? This is how I thought before. So I should probably adopt that same mindset
sure.
again to to push myself a little more. If I need that push. Yeah. But.
One day we'll look on these videos like that.
Yeah. And by the way, that video still is on the channel. It's up there.
Oh.
Yeah. If you
Is
search up my channel, it's
Go
up
check
there.
it out, Moth, right? Just
Moth.
Yep.
Moth. Yeah.
You like 800 subscribers?
Yep. 800 something. Yeah. 800 subscribers, which is
Got a Discord community.
yeah, which is like so dead, man. It's like we gotta delete it still, man. So somebody said a couple months ago, dead ass server. Like I don't know if you guys saw that. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, W episode 4.
Yeah.
That's it for today, guys.
That's it for today. Yeah.
Peace.
See you later. Thanks for watching.